night, 7 p.m. through Wednesday morning. And lows, well, they're going to be pretty chilly. Michelle's going to talk more about that in the 9, but just prep your gardens if you got some stuff planted early.
All right, Carly, thanks. April is Stress Awareness Month, and we all know exercise is a great way to de-stress, but there's one thing that many of us skip that really helps to relieve the tension. I am guilty of skipping this almost every day. So this morning, local trainer Candice McField joins us. Candice, it is so important, but a lot of us don't do it. Stretching, why do we need to make it a priority?
I know a lot of us don't do it and we need to, but we need to make it a priority because it's so important. There's two benefits, like the physical and the mental. I think most of us think of the physical benefits, which can include just greater freedom of movement, and it improves your posture, but it also reduces that risk of injury, but also releases that muscle tension and soreness. And just, makes your cardio and strength training performance overall better. But the aspect that's missed out a lot of time or a lot of times, but not thought about is the mental aspect, right? So look at this chain of events. I want you to think about it. If you stretch, you release endorphins, right? So that reduces stress, and then that helps you to improve or increase your physical and your mental relaxation overall, which then improves your mental health. So given the situation we're coming out of, hopefully for COVID, a lot of people is dealing with mental stress and depression, things like that. It's just really incredible to work in flexibility training for those two reasons, physical and mental health benefits. So I just want you to find 5 to 10 minutes every day to do some stretching, total body stretching, making sure you hit every single muscle group.
And the great thing is you don't have to go through training to do this. Anybody can do it. And you've got 4 stretches. So let's start off with mid-back rotational stretch. What is this?
Yeah, so the mid-back rotational stretch, you're going to be working your mid-back to lower back, but also, because of your arm position, you're going to work in some of your shoulders as well. So I want you to hold each stretch 10 seconds. And again, just make sure you're trying to do it every day. I don't care if you do it in the morning, the afternoon, or right before bed, just whatever you could be most consistent with.
And that one does feel really good. It gets so many muscle groups, and especially when you're at a computer a lot. It just kind of relieves that hunch. Lean. Yes. Yeah. Okay, the next one, the trapezius stretch.
Right. So that's the stretch that's going to work your neck and your shoulders and that trapezoid. So a lot of us carry tension in our upper body, including our neck and shoulders. So that helps us relieve that tension and stress there.
Yeah, moms who are carrying around babies, toddlers, that's one that helps a lot.
Yes.
For sure. I know, because I've had to do that one before. And the hip flexor stretch. Oh my goodness, this is huge.
Huge. A lot of our hip flexors are tight for the majority of Americans. I mean, it's a stretch we don't even think of when we're stretching, if we do stretch, right? So it's going to work, loosen up that hip flexor, but also you'll feel it in your lower back a little bit. But it's also great just starting to get in that hamstring stretch as well, which is our 4th exercise, that seated hamstring stretch. So as we look into that, right, so we're working our hamstrings, but also you'll feel a little bit in your lower back as you're bending forward as well.
Well, and that kind of brings me to my next question. The hip flexor, the hamstrings, those can affect back pain too as well, right? Yeah. So if you have back pain, it might be those muscle groups that are actually tight.
Yes, because everything is connected. But honestly, a lot of people who do have low back pain need to stretch more. And some of the stretches that are recommended are these type of stretches for your low back, but also your legs as well. Because like you said, if your hamstrings are tight, your quads are tight, even your core affects it as well. But everything is connected. So if you have low back pain, please start stretching. I think you'll find relief.
Okay, you've inspired me. I need to make time. Candice, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And you can find more fitness tips on Candice's website, CandiceMcField.com.